Hello students, welcome to EPG Pathshala. I am Dr. Arun Singh Thakur from University Institute of Hotel and Tourism Management, Punjab University, Chandigarh. Today we are going to discuss about the module credit cards, concepts, benefits, eligibility criteria, validity, insurance cover, different types of credit cards from the paper, travel agency and tour operations, itinerary preparation and tour package design. After completing this module, one shall be able to understand the concept of credit card, use of credit card, benefits of using credit card, types of credit card and insurance cover given on credit card. And lastly, working process of the credit cards. So, students, let us proceed. The entire world has been witnessing the exchange of goods, amenities or service in lieu of money or using barter system since the inception of mankind. After the barter system, the inception of money in exchanging the amenities throughout the world has made life easier and better. Over the times, there have been number of different ways by which one can make use of money for getting or buying or selling anything, be it services as well. The simplest way is the use of the hard currency, which is mainly used for the small daily purchases. Other ways include electronic money with the help of the internet or the plastic cards, that is the debit cards and the credit cards. Each kind has its own pros and cons and depends on the type of purchase the person wants. The present chapter deals with use of credit cards and its functioning in the present scenario of the business. First, we shall try to understand the credit card. Its meaning: it is a card issued by a bank or some finance institution which lend money to the customer for some stipulated time and charge. It is not returned in that stipulated time by the customer. Physically, it is made of plastic with a magnetic strip on it. The magnetic strip contains all the details of the customer in the form of code and can be readable with the help of machine. With the help of the credit card, person can make purchase up to some certain limits by borrowing the money from the agency which has issued the card to the customer. The time given by the bank or some finance institution to return the borrowed money is known as grace period. If the money borrowed would be returned within the grace period, the agency would not levy any charge to the customer for using the credit cards. However, some charges would be levied if the customer made payment after the grace period gets over. Generally, the grace period varies from 25 days to 30 days from company to company. The use of the credit card has given the freedom to the customer for doing any purchase 24 hours a day. Not only it has some more benefits, credit points, insurance cover, etc. The services charges of using credit cards varies from company to company. Credit cards are customized as per the need of the customer. There are different types of credit cards for which different company purchases. Then we will be discussing about the pros and the cons of the credit card. It is pertinent to mention here that every utility has its pros and cons. Similarly, the credit cards which are used in the market for different types of purchases have their own pros and cons. First, we will discuss the pros. The use of credit card has brought much convenience to the customers as it can be used for any offline or online transaction anytime, anywhere in the world. One of the most important advantage of the credit card is that customer need not to carry any hard money all the time with him. He has to pay only once for all the purchases he has made within the grace period and within the limit of the card. Credit card is acceptable in all mega stores, hospitals, etc. So it gives some sort of security to the holder in the emergencies as well. Other good feature of the holding credit card is if someone lose the credit card, then he just need to inform the issuing agency about the theft or the lose of the card, which immediately block the card and no one can use the card anymore. The helplines of these companies work 24/7 and are toll free. This gives extra safety to the customer against the fear of theft of money. The credit card works on short-term loan system which is free if it is paid back within the grace period. Only some company charge minor service charges per annum for its use. Otherwise, most of the companies give its services free of cost. At the end of the grace period, the issuing company sends the expense statement to the customer which he did by using credit card. This helps him to understand and manage his expenses in future. Almost all the companies have their reward programs for the customers using credit cards for their purchase. In other words, one can earn also while spending through credit cards. On every transaction, customers gets reward points. These reward points can be used in free of cost purchases as well as to get free gifts or helpful for increasing the purchase limit of the card. Now, cons of the credit cards. Each use of credit card may make one prone to overspending. It is very much important for one to understand the credit card is for the short-term borrowing system. If someone does not follow or forgets to follow the instruction carefully, then it would lead the person in debt trap, as there would be monthly interest pile upon the money used for the purchases through the credit cards if the borrowed money is not being transferred within the grace period. In case of delay, the repayment besides the interest of the money used for the purchase through credit cards, there may be a fine or penalty as well as followed by the lapse of reward points earned previously. So, it may lead to the hidden cost of using credit cards. Next, we shall be discussing about the types of credit cards. There are hundreds of companies across the world deal in a number of types of credit cards. The foremost task for anyone is to choose the right type of credit card. Before that, one should be clear for what kind of purchase he or she is going to use the credit card. Companies issue the range of credit cards starting from the basic or standard credit card with no frills to the premium card with rewards, benefits and a lot of perks. Let us discuss the few ones. The one is the standard credit card. There are the simplest credit cards available in the market, also known as the plain vanilla cards. There are no reward point system in using these cards and works on the simple borrow system. One has to return the money, whatever purchase he or she has made within the time to avoid any penalty and recapping the limit of the card. Then comes the secured credit card. For the customer who have no credit history or damaged credit, this is the best option for them to choose. In this, customer needs to deposit an amount to the company and company in turns gives the credit limit up to 80% of the amount deposited by the customer with the agency. Rest all transactions can be made same as in the case of the standard credit card. Then comes reward credit card. As the name suggests, the customer gets reward on every credit purchase. These rewards can further be different kinds like cashback rewards, point rewards or travel rewards. In cashback reward, the customer get the some percentage of the cashback on the credit purchases. In points rewards, on every purchase, the customer gets points which he or she can redeem for cash or some other merchandise. In travel reward point, the customer get free travel once a certain point he or she gets from the credit purchase through this type of credit card. Then comes the charge card. Those customers who have good credit history can qualify for this kind of card. In charge card, there is no present limit for spending. Customers must pay every month for all purchases to avoid any penalty or interest. The balance in this case must be paid in full. Late payment may also lead to cancellation of the cards sometimes. Then the other one is the student card. Student credit cards are specially designed for the students going for college and undergo at least 3 years degree program. It is made in view of the students as customers, as there would be no credit history of the students and probably they are the first time users of the credit cards. The reward points are set according to the purchases done by the students and charge them at the low interest rate on the balance transfers. Then comes the prepaid card. Prepaid cards are not a credit cards. It works as a debit card. Before using these cards for the purchases, one must deposit money first to be the bank or the issuing agency. Customer can make purchases up to the limit of the amount he or she has deposited. Since the balance is drawn from the deposit only, the prepaid card does not require minimum payment or attract any finance charges. The next one is the business card. Business cards are issued to the businessmen which help them for hassle-free purchase in the business. These are standard as well as the charge cards. With business card, person can make individual as well as the business transaction. The individual credit history of the businessman can be used for the business transaction as well as through business card. Then comes limited purpose card. Gas credit card or store credit card are the best examples for the limited purpose card. These cards cannot be used everywhere. They can be used in specific locations only. They attract the minimum payment and finance charges. Then comes subprime credit card. Subprime credit cards are made available for those customers who have worst credit history and have high interest rates and other fee charges. Despite its nature of working, some people still apply for it if they are not getting loan from any other source. In India, credit cards are offered in the collaboration with the different payment networks like Visa, MasterCard, American Express, etc. The other types of credit cards offered by some banks are Silver Card. A salaried person with good credit history can apply for this type of card. There would be no interest charge for the first 6 to 9 months on the balance transfers. The membership fee is usually low for this type of card. Then another one is the gold card. The gold card is available for the persons with higher income and have good credit history. Some of the benefits of the gold card is like high credit limit, travel insurance, high withdrawal limit, reward points, etc. Then next is the classic card. Classic credit card has features of insurance cover, global acceptance, reward program, free credit period, and which do not carry annual fees or joining fee. Then comes the titanium card. This card carries the privileges of the premium cards, contain the reward program, includes accrual of rewards, points, air miles, cashback, etc. Some of the other benefits are like annual fee reversal, insurance, welcome gift, vouchers, etc. Then comes the platinum card. Platinum card has more privileges than the titanium cards. It contains annual spend charges, access to premium airport lounges, global lifestyle and golfing privileges, easy cash withdrawals, etc. The next is the contactless cards. The contactless credit cards have the unique payment technology that allow the payment simply by tapping the card on any point of sales terminal. For the students of Tourism and Hospitality course, it is important to know about the travel credit cards. Travel credit cards offer unlimited travel benefits to the customers. Most of the airlines have tied up with the companies which issue travel credit cards. For each travel transaction, the customer gets travel miles points. Some cards provide access to the airport lounge to the customer. Besides this, it also offers the hotel and the holiday offers, dining offers, travel insurance, golf offers, etc. Eligibility for these cards is basic eligibility criteria for the most of the companies are minimum income of rupees 20,000 per month. Credit cards with higher benefits attract the customer with the higher monthly income. Main documents required for eligibility are payslip, Form 16, ITR and KYC documents with PAN number. The payments, the banks or any credit card issuing agency makes money through payments and the fee in three ways. First type of fee is interchange fee, which is charged every time the merchant when a person uses a credit card. Second type of payment is interest payments, which is levied on the customer when he or she could not make the full payment back within the grace period. The third type of payment is the fees, which is charged from the customer in the form of the late payment or annual fee. Most of the times the interest rates are higher than the personal loans. The cards are the virtual card. The virtual card is not a plastic card like a credit card. One of the form of payment in travel industry is through the virtual card. In operations of the virtual card, the payment process and reconciliation process are in sync as booking, as payment data are tied to a specific transaction. These cards allow the travel trade persons to customize data fields which provides the ability to track and reconcile the travel information. For a specific monetary transaction, the virtual card generates 16-digit number. These cards are used to procure any travel reservation from hotel and air. Increased security, automation and a simpler way to reconcile a corporate travel expenses are some of the features which forces the customer to use the virtual card over simple credit cards. Use of the credit cards. Use of the credit cards in the travel industry. Today, travel and entertainment industry has become the industries which comes under the less controllable expenses for the customers. Credit cards help people to regulate their expenses through their credit history. Not only this, when the frequent flyers uses his credit card for airline tickets, they get credit points on every flight which can be redeemed after some times. Not only in the airline industry, but in the hotel industry as well, as it plays a vital role. Use of the credit cards also gives the insurance cover to the customer. About the validity. The validity of any credit card depends upon many factors related to the customer who is going to use the credit card. However, it is the prerogative of the card issuing company to give the validity to any card. The credit history of the customer, his age, credibility, income, etc. are some of the points which are to be pondered upon while giving the validity of credit card to the customer. Generally, simple card is issued firstly within the validity of at least 1 year. After that, it would be extended to 2 years, then 3 years, then 5 years and so on. Most of the times, in case of debit card, it expires on the first day of the expiry month of the card. But in case of the credit card, it expires on the last day of the expiry month. But still, it is advisable to check with the issuing bank or agency whether the card is going to expire on the last day or any other day of the expiry month. One of the reasons for the card to be not valid for more than 5 or 10 years, as in case of the debit card, it gives the chance to the companies to give new designs and operations to the customers. Credit card Expiry date adds one extra security feature to prevent its use as fraud credit card. Then insurance cover given on the credit card. Credit card companies gives different covers of insurance to its customer. Each company has its own type of cover. Some of the important insurance covers given by the different companies with the credit card are mentioned here. The first one is the travel insurance, then credit insurance, accidental insurance, purchase protection. Now let us describe these one by one. The travel insurance. Some of the credit cards give travel insurance with them. In case of the baggage lost, passport lost, or any other inconvenience during the travel, the credit card issuing agency gives the claim to the baggage lost as well as other inconvenience. Then credit insurance. In case of the death, the credit insurance provides the waiver to the outstanding credit card amount. Then next one is the accident insurance. Various credit cards issuing companies give accident insurance cover from rupees 2 lakh to 40 lakh depending upon the type of credit card used by the holder. For road accidents, the insurance cover starts from 2 lakh to 4 lakh, whereas for the air accidents it ranges from 10 lakhs to the 40 lakhs. The next is the purchase protection. In case some purchases any item through credit card, if that item gets damaged or misplaced, then the person can claim for its value under the cover of the purchase protection. It is offered up to the value of rupees 50,000 and can be claimed within 180 days from the day of purchase. In the end, let us summarize what we have discussed in this module. A credit card is a way of borrowing money for a short term from the companies and make purchase from that money. However, same amount must be returned to the company in the stipulated time, otherwise some interest would be levied upon the outstanding amount to be paid to the company. In the present competitive world where customer has the capacity to purchase things, credit cards gives the security and confidence to both the customers and the business fraternity. Most of the time, credit cards give convenience to the users, but sometimes it may land the user into debt through unwise choices. Otherwise, credit cards are the safest mode for monetary transaction which protect the customer from any fraud as well as made secure from the fear of the theft. Thank you.